So I'm often asked, just exactly what do you take when you go into the field, Bruce? And I'm going to show you my small bag solution. Inside my bag always is an SLR. I use the SLRs to shoot video these days because the sensor is big and beautiful and it makes an image that is absolutely stunning. This one happens to be the 5D Mark II. I use all Canon models. Might be out with the 5D Mark III, might be out with the 70D, might be out with the 1DC, but I always use a Canon SLR body. This one is sporting Canon's L-Glass 70-300 zoom. This is a very compact zoom for the focal length range. It trombones when you zoom it. I like this particular lens because the focusing ring is at the back, not at the front like it is on the 70-200. That means I can use my compact IDC System 0 follow focus, which is friction based, and I can quickly change between this and a variety of shorter lenses without making any other kit modifications. System 0 also features a rigidly mounted magnifier loop for the LCD, and this is on there so firmly that I can actually pick up the camera by the loop. Not something that is recommended. That could turn out terribly if you didn't have it on nice and tight. What I love about this is it's a quick release setup, so I can view the LCD without the loop, or I can use the loop in bright light situations. This allows me to get a very nice sharp look at my focus. That's the basic SLR setup. I've added a tall spacer to the bottom of it, so it will take the Manfrotto 501 series quick release plate, which goes nicely into my Sockler Ace tripod for the lightweight stuff, or my Sockler SB8 tripod head for the heavier stuff. Now, another lens in the kit, and this might be my basic two lens kit, would be the 70-300 and the 24-105L image stabilized f4. This is the kit lens that comes with many of the full frame SLRs, and it's an excellent addition to that 70-300. This is my walk around lens. If I get into really low light, I might bring a fast prime, maybe something really small like the new series of image stabilized STM lenses. They've got a 24, a 35, and a 28. I always package my lenses and many of my accessories in little stocking caps. Takes the scratches out of the equation, allows me to jam a bunch of stuff in there, and if it gets briskly cold, I have free hats to pass around to my fellow travelers. Of course, I carry plenty of batteries. There's a half a dozen in this pouch. I like to go into the field with at least a half a dozen batteries ready to go. I do carry a small charger, but it's not something that I want to do, is to stop and charge batteries. SLRs are ultra sensitive to light. They work beautifully in really low light situations. In bright light, it's kind of a challenge to get a lower f-stop. You'll find that outside you're at f16, f22 quite often because you want to use a shutter speed that's twice your frame rate. We're shooting at a 30 frames per second on this project. That means my shutter speed is routinely a 60th of a second. Turn my ISO down to its lowest setting, ISO 100, and my apertures skyrocket, f16, f20, f22. Sunglasses are necessary for the camera. I use Tiffen's variable neutral density. This guy goes from 2 stops to 8 stops of light reduction in a single unit. I also like Tiffen's water white single neutral densities, N3, N6, N9 in the standard neutral densities. And of course I carry lots of drives. You got to back up your work. It's not enough to come home with the work on your cards. You've got to have it on at least 2 additional hard drives. I might use the bare Western Digital portable drives in a situation where I'm working in a really low stress environment, but when I'm in the field I use Western Digital's awesome little Nomad case. This guy is shock resistant, dust resistant, and water resistant, and it saved my bacon on more than one occasion. Sound, if I want to do single system sound where I'm recording directly to the card with the picture, I'll use something like this little Rode shotgun mic. This guy, Sennheiser makes some nice ones, Rode is also nice. This is about the most minimalist sized shotgun that you can get. This guy has an onboard battery. It plugs directly into the 3.5 mini plug input for sound, and it'll give you a higher quality than the tiny little microphone that's built into the camera. In order to hear what I'm actually recording, I either use over-the-ear headphones, which are the best solution, but when I'm traveling light, I just use earbuds. High-quality earbuds are a must. You want to be able to make sure that you don't have some kind of static or weird background noise going on. You want to be able to address that before you get home. If I decide that I want to go to a more complex sound system, then I'm going to add an external audio recorder. I'll probably still use the little shotgun in order to get a guide track, but something like this Tascam is going to make an excellent external recorder. These are not very expensive, about 300 bucks, built-in stereo mics, also inputs for XLR microphones. If you want to record some wild track, this is also an excellent solution. That's pretty much the contents of my small bag. It's going to vary a little bit in terms of what lenses I pick based on the specific job. Next time we're going to look at the big bag and see what I drag around when I'm going out with the larger cameras.